Welcome back, everybody. Talking about homes now, and buying a home with another separate unit on your property can actually offer several benefits for you.
And here to share some of those advantages in the sponsored interview is Blake Bench with First Colony Mortgage, the preferred lender for Fieldstone Homes. So first off the bat, what exactly is an accessory dwelling unit?
All right, accessory dwelling units, sometimes they've been called mother-in-law apartments, or it's an apartment attached to your home. Sometimes it's in the basement, sometimes it's behind the garage, but it's this separate apartment that has separate entrance, it has its own parking, and here's why they're awesome. So our biggest problem, I think, right now is affordability, right? Home prices are kind of high, interest rates are kind of high, all, I think, rates coming down, hopefully, but we have this affordability problem. So if you have a home with an accessory apartment, you can rent that out, and all of a sudden you've got this ability to create some rental income. So that's what an accessory unit apartment is.
People hear this a lot, ADU. Like that's the acronym, ADU.
That's my world. Everything's an acronym.
Right, so you know what that is, and I'm just learning what that is today. But are people talking about it a lot? Is there a lot of buzz about it?
You know, I think some of our younger generation, very entrepreneurial people, they want to find places to invest and where can I create more cash flow. And so that generation, I think, learns about that and follows it and is excited about it. The rest of this society, maybe not so much. So I think they need some education. Accessory apartments are awesome.
Well, and I've heard mother-in-law space, and it makes a lot of sense if you have multi-generational people who are living, or maybe the kids want to come back home and live with you. This is a way to have some type of barrier, but under one roof.
Yeah, you have your home and your space, and then you have a totally separate space that's private for them. It's not like you're sharing the kitchen and you get up in the morning and all of a sudden there's somebody in your kitchen eating breakfast. No, they have their own private kitchen, living room, bedrooms.
So Blake, this is detached?
Not necessarily. It can be detached.
Okay.
Sometimes people think of it like a tiny home tucked back in the back corner of the backyard. Not necessarily. These are attached to the home. In the case of Fieldstone, which is really the front runner, I think, in kind of putting these ADUs in their homes, it's a lot of times in the basement. And it's beautifully finished space, really nice kitchens. So it's just right there. It's in the basement. So
you can't even tell when you're looking at a regular home that this might be, there's a separate unit and an entryway.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the other benefits. Explain why someone would want this in their home. I mean, again, it's added income. Like, what if they can't afford the home, but with that rental, you can.
You can. We can count that rental income from the basement to help somebody qualify. So maybe they were only qualifying for a little townhome, but they know their family is going to be growing, they want to have a yard, and so this extra income that they get from the accessory apartment can be counted to qualify. Now all of a sudden they get a single family home with a yard, and then as their family grows, they might decide, okay, we don't need to rent the basement anymore. We'll get rid of the tenant, and we got 2 bedrooms and a kitchenette and a living room down there, and it's just cool.
I like that multi-generational living.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to do it. Also, when you go to sell it, it increases the marketability.
For sure. And it's not like you have to use it as an apartment. So it's appealing to just anybody that wants a 5-bedroom or 6-bedroom home. It might be appealing to somebody who wants to have the supplemental income. So it just expands your buying pool. And anytime you can expand your pool of potential home buyers, your home value is higher and the demand is better.
Property value goes up. And who doesn't want, say, a man cave or a girl's cave, whatever you call it, but you have usually a kitchenette, own shower too, aside from the entryway, separate from the main one.
I wouldn't even call it a kitchenette. Like, we're talking
a full-on kitchen.
We're talking a full kitchen, beautiful kitchen, and like beautiful finished bathroom. It's a fully finished, gorgeous space.
So you're saying anybody would want to live there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Blake, let's talk about the housing market in Utah, because it's changing, and it has changed over the last couple years. Headed into 2024, what's the outlook?
Honestly, there's a lot of optimism. We're already hearing rumors about interest rates coming down. And so I've probably been busier the last month than I had been the previous 6. So there's a lot of optimism coming into this next year. Honestly, it's an amazing time to look at a new home because builders are still anxious to get people in. There's a lot of incentives. Fieldstone, for example, they're finishing your basements for free as one of their
incentive.
in some of their communities. So tons of incentives. Just a lot of optimism. We feel really good about 2024.
Okay, going back to ADUs though, in a Fieldstone community, usually you want to get this ahead of time as they're building, right? Because usually Fieldstones, these are new builds.
Correct.
And this is an option. And so this is something that's getting more and more popular.
Very popular. I think more than half of the deals we've closed recently have had these accessory apartments.
More than half? Really?
So Fieldstone, they're incredible, but they're doing their free finished basement incentive. So that covers, like when you have to put in a full apartment in the basement, there's some cost there. Well, the bulk of that is offset by this incentive they're offering. It's a great
It's a no-brainer.
Anybody knows if you put in a basement later.
Oh my God.
Because yes, I've done that each time, how tough that is. So it's nice to get it all done. And Fieldstone has such incredible designs. You were looking at some of that video while we were talking. Okay, so if I'm like, I want to do this. Before I start looking, what should I do?
So number one, take a deep dive into your budget. Make sure you know what you're comfortable with. Get a good idea of what you're actually spending, what you're actually bringing in, and then come see someone like me, and I can actually help you with the budget. Come and see, do the mortgage numbers line up, and what can you qualify for? My favorite thing is just walking people through the whole process. Here's the plan. Let's take you A to B.
Well, you're the numbers guy. I mean, you do all the heavy lifting. To make sure you get into a home.
He's from First Colony Mortgage, everybody, and he works with Fieldstone Homes, and they are incredible. That's the website on your screen. And like you said, go check this out. If you've been thinking about it, why not go and ask the questions? Go to abc4.com/GTU for more. And our thanks to Fieldstone Homes for this sponsored interview. Blake, good to see you.